I have someone email me yesterday and he says that I went through your videos and you keep changing jobs before. Can you share with me how you can find your passions at the end? How could you find the courage to quit your 9 to 5 jobs? And I've been working for 3 years, but I really can't see any improvement on my savings, so I'm thinking to learn a new skills for another income source, right? So here's my advice. But before that, actually, let me tell you a little bit of my background first for those who are new. I've been working as an employee for 10 years. I basically really jumped from job to job, industry to industry for 10 years. Because of that, I don't have the luxuries of have any salary increment. I don't even have the luxury to get any bonuses. But to me, I just want to find something that I can really thrive on the areas. I'm a chemistry and biology graduate. But when I come out of the college and universities, and the initial thought is that I don't want to find a sales job. I don't want to deal with people because I'm an introvert and I hate sales, so I don't want to deal with people. So I find a lot of work is require minimum like contact with people. So my first job is on factories, right? So I think my first 5 years is on factories. So I worked in Singapore before, and then I just basically keep jumping from one factory to another factories. So mosquito coil factories, I have been into a electronics parts factory. So basically it's just here and there. And after 5 years, because that time I don't even have any mentor. I don't have mentors. I don't know what is mentor. I don't have coach. So I'm the eldest. So I don't even have a role models for me to follow and really get inspirations. So I work in the factory for 5 years, and then eventually I realized that I need to grow. And then that's where actually I slowly start to read books. And after that, I come to KL, right? And to big cities to really learn. I forced myself to learn how to do sales. I forced myself to deal with people, even though I still hate it, even though I'm still like very afraid to deal with people. But I know that I need to do sales because I keep reading books, and those books keep highlighting to me that I need to learn about sales and marketing. So that's the reason why I decided to say screw it, even though I'm still afraid to do it, but I know I need to change. So that's where actually I come to KL. And after I come to KL, I still change job very often because I cannot find a good venue for me to like unleash my potential. So what I do is that I work as a telemarketer before, I work as an event organizer before, I work as really those you need to go down to the field and hand out flyers like one person to one person before. So eventually I end up in a company, in the training companies, where I work there as a business development executive, and then slowly become the head and slowly to learn about marketing. So that's actually where I built my marketing skills and sales skills. If you ask me now, of course I'm no longer worried about doing sales. I know like what's the skills and how to close sales and all these things. So for Hong Boon, who asked me in the emails, right? And my advice to you is that if you really want to increase your income source, my take is that, so for Hong Boon who emailed me yesterday, first of all, if you want to find your passions, the only way that I think is that you have to keep trying new things. If you don't have any talents, like some people are born to sing, some people are born to draw, some people are born to do some things. But for people like us who absolutely have nothing, so the only thing is we have to keep trying. We have to keep going out there and look for answers, which is you can go out there and try like new things, like you become a property agent and see whether it fits you, or you become an insurance agent whether it fits you, or if those two are not fit you, like you can try something else, investments, and investment could be stock investment, property investment, it could be speaking, it could be marketing. So there are many things, so you just have to keep trying. I really try a lot. I also give out a lot of things when trying the things because I find out that it doesn't work for me. The only way that I find my passion is to really keep trying like a lot of things. I go to a lot of seminars just to find my answers, just to find out what other people are doing and see whether I can get any ideas from there or not. So this is actually how I find my passion. Eventually I managed to find out that I'm interested in business, yes, and I'm interested to help people in business as well. So at the end, that's where actually I find out that okay, I love marketing and I want to help people to increase their sales through marketing. So now what I'm doing now is that I coach people on how to do DR marketing. So I learn things, and at the same time after I learn, I got results, and after that I start to teach people like okay, how you can do the same like me. Okay, so this is the first part actually I want to highlight to you. The second thing is that if you're thinking about working to increase your savings, I think you have to forget about that. I still still remember last time, like I worked for 10 years as an employee and my savings is less than 1k. Like seriously less than 1k after 10 years. And all my friends are buying the properties, buying new cars, going travels and all this thing. When I look at my bank account, I don't even have that luxury to do it because I remember I keep jumping from job to job, right? So, and my salary is keep declining one. It's not upgoing because I jump from another industry to another industry. So that's actually what's tough for me. So if you, at the end, what I realized that there's one morning, I was driving my second-hand car, like old broken second-hand car to work, and I seriously broke down in tears. And because I keep asking myself like, why the hell that I work so hard and I really don't buy a lot of luxury stuff and I'm still very poor. And that morning, like stuck in the traffic jam, I broke down in tears and all this thing, right? And it really prompted me that like, screw it, man. There's no way that actually I can really get rich by just working, by just saving. So therefore, I decided to, after I realized that, the next thing I decided to go all in terms of what? I acquire more skills, I learn more stuff, and it reached to a point that I have to use credit card to really swipe and just to learn, just to pay for tuition fees, like those course fees, seminar fees. And eventually I find my things, and because I don't have a lot of money left, and seriously, if the car broke down, right, any extra event happened to me, I would have go bankrupt, you see, because I don't have extra funds. I can only hope that, okay, the car stays safe, like all these electronic gadgets stay safe so that I don't have to spend extra money. So that's actually how tough is it like during my time. So if you ask me now my advice to Hong Boon, which is, if you want me to shortcut your learning curve, right, the first thing is you really have to go all in. Forget about savings anymore. Like, forget about save money to increase your savings. Forget about that. Now you have to look at, okay, I have to set aside like 6 months of emergency funds first. The rest of the money, I will invest it to acquire high income skills. Now, what is high income skills? In this century, there are many. One is copywriting skills. The second is marketing skills, especially digital marketing. Third is closings, and you can actually try and consulting, coaching, and training as well. So of course, all this takes time, and you really can't rush it because there's no shortcut to do it, right? And so then from here, so once you acquire the income skills, then you need to practice it. You need to like really apply it, and you really have to find some guinea pig for you to like practice your skills. One very simple thing is that you can actually find someone, it could be your friends, it could be your friends, and you work for them for free, but you have no income, right? Yes, but you still keep your job at the same time. So my advice is that you keep your job at the same time, and you make sure your job is 9 to 5. Your job is not 24/7, because if your job is 24/7, you can't even have extra time to practice, to think. If you are in a job like require you to work 24/7, I think you have to change your job first, because you still need the bread and butter, you still need to survive. Or you don't have to change job, you just have to find a way to make sure you manage your time so that you have like weekends, you can have the weekends on yourself, you can have the night time on your own. So that actually allow you to think, to practice, to find resources to help you to go to the next move. All this really is a hard work. All this really is like so tough, and you just have to manage your expectation to continue to do it. That's it. That's life, right, by the way. So if you are new, and we all been through that stage, I've been through that stage, so the only thing you can do is that you work for some expert for free, right? Let's say for example, you acquire closing skills, right? You know how to close sales over the phone, or you know how to do copywriting. So you approach people on Facebook. It's so easy to approach an influencer on Facebook right now. You just propose them, you can work for them for free. In return, that actually if they find that it's useful, you ask them to give you a testimonial. That's it. So testimonial is more important than money as a start, because you need some social proof to prove it to people that you know your stuff, you can do stuff, and so that's actually how you can start building your like portfolio. You can start polish your skills, and then from there, then only you can, then once you get the first 2 testimonials, then you can start charging like bit by bit. Like during this journey, you still need to invest yourself. Like every year, the money that I make, I reinvest back in the business and in myself by learning how to do business better, by learning better skills to enhance myself, my mindset. So All these are so crucial, right? All these are so crucial that you have to keep doing it. And you see, the one last important piece that I want to tell you and tell everyone who are watching this right now, which is, I think before anything else, you need to manage your mindset. You need to manage your expectation that this is going to take a longer time than you expected. There are many ways that you can tell your minds on how to manage it. One is it could take you like 20 or 30 try to make it, or it could take you 50 versions of trial and error to really find the one that you love to do. So that's one way to manage it. The second is that you can manage your mindset in terms of time frame. Like it might take you 1 year or 2 years in order to really make good money, okay? But if you really go all in, I think you can do it within a year, because I tried it before. Like the last year on my employment before I quit my job, I really spent 6 months. Like I really sacrificed everything, like all the friends gatherings, all the friends weddings, all the comforts, like all these comfort hours, leisure hours that you have, you might have to sacrifice it. And I spent 6 months working from like daytime. I'm still working on my, I'm still working, right? Then I spend all my nighttime, all my midnight time, and all my weekends just to figure out how it works. Eventually you will figure out how it works, because it's just a matter of time only, that's it. So you just have to keep telling yourself that, okay, you know that day will come, it's just when. So a lot of people, like if they don't manage your mindset, your expectation this way, you will give up halfway, because you will think that you were gonna get rich by after 30 days. But in fact, it could take you like 30 months or 2 years, 1 year, and so who knows? So it really depends on the number of hours you're willing to put in per day. The more hours you put in, the higher chances of you hitting the jackpot. So that's actually how it works. So you see other people are so lucky. Actually, they are not lucky. It's just that they are prepared. They are well prepared. They have they sacrifice a lot of things behind their back. You just don't see it. That's it. So that's actually how I managed to really increase my income, to quit my job at the end, and now survive on the entrepreneurship things, and now growing the business. So you just have to really every year, even though you quit your job, you manage to make some money. You still really have to reinvest back, right? And for me, my investment on my personal development and business development skills is in terms of at minimum 10,000 every year. We talk about every year. For example, in January, I flew to Florida to attend Tony Robbins. That one is about 40k, because I know I need it, because I don't know what I'm doing, so I'm stuck. So I need someone better to really guide me what to do. And if you are cash tight right now, I think the cheapest mentor that you can find is through books. So there are many books that you can access right now, ebooks like Kindles. There are a lot of Chinese ebook that you can really subscribe. There are many platforms that you can use. So you just Google a little bit. For English book, of course, it's Kindle. For Chinese, there are a lot of apps on China and Malaysia that you can really download and just pay a yearly subscription fees, and then you can really watch any books that you want, and they are all latest books in there. So those are the cheapest mentors that you can find. And if that works for you, congratulations, and you just have to do it step by step. Eventually, you need to start absorb from other mentors through different mediums, like videos, like courses, like seminars, just to get an idea how it works. Then it will help you to move your progress faster. So that's actually how I get through the whole things. And I hope that these video sharings help people like you and those who are watching right now. If you are struggling right now, do not worry, because this is the process. This is normal, and this is the process that we need to go through. Everybody need to go through this. So just manage your expectation and manage your mindset. Okay, it's gonna take a little bit. It's like building muscles, you can't expect that you build muscle within 24 hours and so it takes months to do it. Same thing when it comes to business, but business is a bit tougher, so you need to expand it longer. So that actually will prevent you from giving up. This is the tricks actually I figured it out. Once you manage your expectation, you will be okay, I need to do the works. I really need to put in the hard one to do the works, because I know that it's going to take longer than I think. But I can shortcut it by putting more hours per day. If you think this way, I think that will make your life easy, and that actually will help you skyrocket your income easy. Alright, so now if you find that these videos resonate with you and your friends need to watch this, please help me to share with your friends, and I look forward to see you in the next video.